And My Man Flint with Double Blessing. They're 5 across the course early. The 2 not going for the lead are Solar Tap and Starship Wizard. And the charge around the first turn with rail position, Rothgar leads narrowly. Up between horses, it's My Man Flint. Out 3 wide goes Double Blessing. From the far outside, 40 Flash strides into 4th. Down at the rail goes JP Cornetta, 3 better than Solar Tap, and reserved at the back is Starship Wizard. They make their way past a quarter in a very aggressive 22-4. It's still contentious up top with 3 across the course. Double Blessing on the wide side. From the rail, it's Rothgar. In between horses, My Man Flint. 40 Flash watches the embattled trio well 2 lengths behind. Then it's J.P. Cornetta. Starship Wizard moved to the outside by Edgar Perez, and now the trailer is Solar Tap. It's been a very honest pace, 46-4 for a half-mile speed. They have 4 furlongs to go. Double Blessing pushes his chips all in under David Lopez, kicks to a 4-length lead. From the outside, it's 40 Flash. From the rail, it's Rothgar. In between horses and backpedaling is My Man Flint. Starship Wizard given the green light to launch a bid. He's got to go 4 wide. He's not gaining much ground yet. Then J.P. Cornetta and Solar Tap. 3 quarters, 111-1, they turn for home. With the advantage, Double Blessing, but he starts to come back to him now. There's a wall of pursuers. From between horses, Rothgar takes another shot at him. J.P. Cornetta and Starship Wizard are next with 1/8 of a mile to go. Here comes Rothgar striding forward to take the lead. J.P. Cornetta, 40 Flash, and Starship Wizard. Double Blessing did too much too soon. Rothgar proving best in the concluding stages, and Rothgar will win it, and win it by 1.5 lengths. J.P. Cornetta second, 40 Flash ran third, Starship Wizards 4th in 144-2. Winner 1, Rothgar. Second 3, J.P. Cornetta. Third, number 7, 40 Flash. Fourth, number 8, Starship Wizard. Finishing 5th, number 5, My Man Flint. 1, 3, 7, 8, and 5. 144-2, the final time. Riding triple already for winning jockey Edgard Zayas. Rothgar did it the hard way today, but proved best. Bred in Kentucky by Glen Hill Farm. This is a 3-year-old bay gelding by Curlin out of Mutually Benefit by Dynaformer. Owned by Sonata Stable of Mark Tacker and trained by Jorge Delgado. Riding triple for winning rider Edgard Zayas. The Quinella and the Exacta both worth $16.40. The trifecta is $23 even. The superfecta 1, 3, 7, and 8. That's a superfecta for $126.40. $12.64 for a die. High five $177.60. The daily double numbers combination in this daily double sequence: 4-1 $7.40. The pick 3 $8.70. The pick 4 $73.75. In the early pick 5, all 5 required 50-cent return. In that early pick 5, we'll have that for you momentarily. $250.20, 4 or 5 good for $5.05. Race 6 is upcoming. It starts the Sunday Rainbow Six, $100,000 in a gross jackpot pool guarantee. Adios Baby takes on Eris Ray, and post time is 23 minutes away. Irony tries to go down the road in here. She leads by a length and a half with 1/8 of a mile to go. Starlet Sophie off cover. Major Price running at the rail with Mediation down the center. Final 1/8 of a mile. Irony keeps her lead. From between horses, Starlet Sophie is second. Then it's back to Mediation and Major Price. Irony, gate to wire. Exchange Day tries to quicken up between horses. Uranium is in front. The Predicament down the center. Loyal Louis is on late with Toretto. Final 16th of a mile. Exchange Day now takes a clear lead. It's Exchange Day and Kevin Krieger in front. Awesome Pick straightens for home on top by 3. Awesome Astonishing Annabelle together with Valsgal with Wheeling and Dealing over the top. 46 and 1 for a half mile. This was over 3 furlongs ago. It was Awesome Pick who got a very easy lead, and she'll run up the score late. Awesome Pick is in front. Astonishing Annabelle clearly second, and Wheeling and Dealing third. Man on the Moon, the class is kicking in, but Russian to Win takes a shot at him again. It's Man on the Moon in front, Russian to Win, Creative Cloud down the center. Man on the Moon almost home, and he'll win it. Man on the Moon to do it. Creative Cloud gets second late. Third was Russian to Win, then I'll Figure It Out in Ensign Parker. With 1/8 of a mile to go. Here comes Rothgar striding forward to take the lead. JP Cornetta, 40 Flash and Starship Wizard. Double Blessing did too much too soon. Rothgar proving best in the concluding stages, and Rothgar will win it and win it by a length and a half. closed.
close to that race is going to beat this field. But you know what? I used a couple others in my rainbow, and I just wonder, you look at her overall body of work, and that was her first start for John, but it was also far, far and away better than anything she's ever done. So I said, you know what? Maybe if she comes back a little bit, bounces a little bit, a few of these others have a chance. And the other two I used are the two first-time starters. And I don't think that's probably surprising to many people because the other runners we've seen in the afternoon, aside from Adios Baby, they really haven't distinguished themselves, and they're going to be big long shots. Now, not a lot of early money on Dreamster, and that's not a great sign. Firster for Mary Leitner. This is a barn that hasn't won with a first-time starter, just 0 for 6, so it's like not the end of the world. Works are pretty solid. I thought it was interesting that Edgar Zayas lands here. That's significant to me. The dam was 2 for 12. She did win on debut, so that's a positive sign too. Now, fifth full out of this dam. The others really weren't much, but this Daughter of Jess's Dream is a half to a horse we're pretty familiar with down here in South Florida, and that's Crumbum. Did take Crumbum 7 starts to break her maiden, but earned over $312,000. The other positive here is right now the tote really isn't playing, but this is the third choice in the double, the third choice in the pick 3, and not too far behind the other firster who I'll talk about in a second. So, Dreamster, the 6, is definitely taking a little money, not really in the win pool, but the pool's all blown out of whack too, obviously, with Adios Baby at 2 to 5. The other firster we really need to talk about is Hair Astray, and that's the 3. Daughter of Gone Astray out of the Wildcat Air Mare Bridled Heiress, who was pretty good. 2 for 5, broke her maiden in her second start. I think she was going places before, obviously, she retired early, didn't really get to fulfill her best potential, but she was a very, very talented runner. This is her fourth foal, but only one of them made the races. It took her 4 starts to break her maiden, so there's not a lot to go on, at least progeny-wise, but this was a pretty nice female family, and I don't think it's a surprise to see Eris Stray taking money. The other thing is this is a Purple Haze stable homebred. If you're not familiar, they've done some good work in New York, and Terry Pompey does some really, really good work all throughout, but really with first-time starters, this is a sharp barn that can get them ready. There are a slew of works on display here, too. A couple of them definitely whisper ready. I look at that 923 drill over our main track here. Very, very snappy. I think it's a good sign that Leonel Reyes, our second leading rider during the Royal Palm meet, he's going to jump aboard as well. Eris Stray, I would think, is going to have some talent, is going to be a runner. The only question is, can she pop at first asking with a horse like Adios Baby sitting up there at odds on 2 to 5. From there, the gap is a big one. The 1, Alexis Stream, Kathleen O'Connell, second off a long, long layoff, second off a 13-month layoff. That's a positive. What's not a positive is this horse has run twice, didn't take any money, came back in a maiden special weight, and now is in for a $40,000 tag. And she hasn't done any running in either start. Got the blinkers, got the Lasix, got the overhaul last time, and didn't do any running either. She did chase early, tired badly late. I would think you get a little better this time, but I got to see a little bit from her too before I can get involved. I think it's clear they all have Adios Baby to beat, but there are a couple interesting firsters. If it's not today, I think it's definitely a race to remember their name. Don't forget, Rainbow 6-time, $100,000 in that gross jackpot guarantee. Best of luck.
Stepping onto the track for race number 6, starting leg of the Rainbow Six. 6 furlongs the trip. Scratch the 7 and 9. A remaining field of 7 with Win Play Show, Exacta Quinella Trifecta, Superfecta, Super High 5, Daily Double Pick 3, and Rainbow 6 Possibility. It's a Rainbow 6. It's race 6. It's next in 5 minutes. Ninth race is 5 minutes away. 5 minutes until post time. It's a late pick 3. The horses are approaching the starting gate. 1 minute. The horses, they're at the gate. It's now post time. Lining up and moving in for race number 9, starting leg of the late pick 3. Wind 99 is the public pick here. Eddie Plesa Jr. and Kevin Krieger already with a winner today. Wind 99 walking forward. That leaves Cozy, my boy, to the outside. Cozy, my boy, and the late pick 3. In the gate. And they're off. The favorite, Win 99, one of the last into stride. Quick beginning for Black Belt, who heads off for the early lead. Wall Street Trader has speed, racing ahead of Win 99, who moves into the top flight. Cozy, my boy, on the outside, and Desert Ruler is at the back. Out of the chute, onto the main track, Edwin Gonzalez sends Wall Street Trader clear to lead 3 parts of a length. Second is Black Belt on the far outside. It's Cozy, my boy. In between horses goes Win 99, and the trailer is Desert Ruler. Opening quarter swift, 23-1, as they make their way 5 furlongs from the finish. The advantage to Wall Street Trader. On top by a length and a half, Black Belt is second. Cozy, my boy, on the outside third. Desert Ruler improves to take fourth, and that relegates the public pick, Win 99, to the 5th and trailing position through a 45-1 half mile. No secret about the tactics here from Wall Street Trader. He's going to try to bottom out the group. He leads by 2.5 with 3 furlongs remaining. Second is Black Belt. He begins to take up the slack. Desert Ruler has made progress from last. He's up into third. Cozy, my boy, driven in fourth. And Wind 99 not taking much part in this. They've reeled in Wall Street Trader. It's now Black Belt who is the leader. He leads a length and a half. Off the fence comes Desert Ruler, backpedaling Wall Street Trader, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 109-3. Black Belt has this to throw away. He's on top by 2.5 from Desert Ruler, who's not done trying with less than an eighth to go. Black Belt driven out. On the outside, and Desert Ruler gaining close to home. It's Black Belt in front, and Black Belt hangs on to win it. He beats Desert Ruler by a length. Up to third went Cozy, my boy, then Win 99. 135-3. Winner 4, Black Belt. Second 2, Desert Ruler. Third 8, Cozy My Boy. Fourth was number 6, Win 99. Finishing fifth, number 3, Wall Street Trader. 4, 2, 8, 6, 3. Here's Black Belt, owned by EKB Stable and P&L Thoroughbred Racing, and trained by Peter Walder. The winning rider is Jason Wyas. Black Belt, bred in Kentucky by Springland Farm and Duncan Taylor, by Not This Time out of Pico Slough by Pico Central. 4-year-old Dark Bear Brown Gelding wins here at 9-2. 1:35.3 was the final running time. Next is race 10, feature race of the afternoon, the Opalaka overnight handicap at 7 furlongs. A field of 7 with win, play, show, exacta, quinella, trifecta, superfecta, super high five, and daily double wagering. 11.40 on the winner, the exacta $44.20, the quinella $24.20, trifecta $19.40. Superfecta $51.60, $5.16 for a dime, daily double $98.80. The pick 3, $59.85. The numbers were 5, 2, and 4. Post time for the 10th race. The feature race is at 5:09.
We're ready for the start. They're off.
Feature race time here in the 10th. It's the Opa-locka fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. We're going to go 7 furlongs on a fast main track, and it's a good, solid field of 7 entered. Obviously, we're going to get to the favorite, Mary Quite Contrary, in a second. But, I went a little bit outside the box, or at least I think what will be outside the box come post time to the number 5, Quinoa Tifa. Got back to Juan Alvarado's barn last time and really improved. Now, it was on the Tapeta. I understand that. It was also behind Running Memories and Poseidon's Passion. And if you caught the lightning round today, we showed you the replay of yesterday's Miami Gardens when Poseidon's Passion set a track record on the Tapeta. So that's the right kind of race that she's coming out of. And she does have 3 wins on our main track as well. She's 3 for 5 over the main track here at Gulfstream Park. So I'm just kind of banking that she's back on good form. I know her recent dirt races have just not been any good at all. But she got back to Juan Alvarado. She just really didn't do any running during the championship meet. And when I say that, I mean, she really didn't beat a horse. But we get back to Juan Alvarado's barn. The freshening certainly looked like it did good things for Quinoa Tifa. And let's see now at a fair price with, back with a trainer that did some good work with her. Had 2 of those main track wins. We'll see what we get. We're getting a very square price here as well. I'll take that. I think the risk reward is going to be here. And I think that's another important aspect. Obviously we're gambling here. Risk reward at 5-6 to 1 is definitely worth a plunge on Quinoa Tifa. Now, there's no doubt about it that Mary Quite Contrary is the horse to beat. She's sitting up there at 2 to 1. And she wants to beat you. I mean, I think that's very, very important. She's 3 for 4 lifetime. You watch her races. She doesn't wow you. She doesn't do it flashingly. She doesn't do it stylishly, but she wants to beat you, and she always runs you down in the lane. And you got to give her a lot of credit. She beat 3-year-olds 2 back, and she ran in the Azalea against Last Leap, 3-year-olds, but she stepped up last time. And she beat older company. Now she's got to do it again. She's got to beat open foes. So she beat older Florida breds last time. Now she's got to beat older open foes this time, and nothing to suggest that she won't do it here. The other thing, too, is she's 2 for 3 at 7 furlongs. I do think that's a big deal. Very tough distance. Not all these entered in here have run well at 7 furlongs. And I guess that's probably a good segue now to the 7 Starship Nala, who is 0 for 11 at 7 furlongs. Just missed by a neck to Mary Quite Contrary. And you could argue she ran the better race last time. She made first run. She just couldn't see it out, and that kind of is one of the reasons why she's 0 for 11 at 7 furlongs. She has run very well. She's got second 5 times at the distance, but after 31 times she's met the starter, 11 of them at 7 furlongs, and you haven't gotten it done, it's tough to think you're going to get it done in a stakes race, especially when you got to face Mary Quite Contrary once again. Good outside post here for Jesus Rios, and you can kind of look what Mary Quite Contrary is doing to his inside. And she ran a 5 last time. And I think the one thing I do want to note, okay, a lot of these we're putting Lasix back on today. Starship now in the 2 races without Lasix. Last time in 3 back, ran a 5 and ran a 6 on the Thorograph. So I think that's significant. that she showed she can do it without it. Obviously, she can do it with it too. So we'll see what we get today. They're betting her. That's a good sign. 3-1. But me personally, a little bit stubborn as a handicapper. I got to see it before I can back you at that kind of price at a distance. Obviously, you've struggled with a little bit. Don't get cozy down on the inside. She's going to really need a pace tussle up front because she doesn't have any early speed. And I really haven't talked a lot about the pace of this race, and honestly there's really not. I guess rest of the story, the 3 will go. She tried to go last time, she got dueled into the ground. I don't think she's going to have to run as hard this time around. There really is no true confirmed front runner. Wouldn't shock me at all if maybe Edgar Zayas takes the initiative on Quinoa Tifa. These come from behinders like Don't Get Cozy in here. They could struggle a little bit. It's going to be left with a lot to do. You saw her last time get a pretty positive flow. Couldn't run down Mary Quite Contrary or Starship Nala. And I think Don't Get Cozy against better competition. She did win 2 back, and she beat Rest of the Story 2 back. She got a really good flow that day in a closer's race. When she won 2 back, the horses that were 1, 2, 3 at the wire were 6, 7, 4 early. So you can kind of tell it fell apart a little bit in the lane. We'll see what we get today. Liz Dobles won a race yesterday, Imaginary Stable. So obviously you've got ace connections in here, but we're going to need a lot of help up front. The 2, Sonar, another going back to Juan Alvarado, hasn't been out since September of 2021, so we're really going to have to shake some rust off. She was pretty fast in her day, and the works certainly say she's got some speed left in her, but boy, this is a tough group to there's Chantel Sutherland going to be getting aboard. Sonar is a tough group to come back against off this kind of a layoff. So you see the jockeys there getting ready to get a leg up on in the Opelika. Good stakes here to wrap up the racing weekend on a Sunday. I'm going to end it here for the 10th here. We've got the late double kicking off as well. We'll throw it up to Pete Aiello in a second. He's going to give you the field here for the Opelika. Best of luck.
Stepping onto the track for race 10, the Opelika overnight handicap. Number 1 is Don't Get Cozy, owned by Imaginary Stables and trained by Elizabeth Dobles. The rider is Edgar Perez. Number 2 is Sonar, owned by Arundel Farm and trained by Juan Alvarado. The jockey Chantal Sutherland. Number 3, Rest of the Story, carries the colors of Glassman Racing and is trained by Eddie Police Jr. with Kevin Krieger. Number 4, Streaking Gray, owned by Vickman Racing Stable, trained by Eduardo Castro, the rider of Misael Jaramillo. 5, Quinoa Tifa, owned by Arundel Farm, trained by Juan Alvarado, Edgar Zayas up. Number 6, Mary Quite Contrary, owned by Rodney Lundock, trained by Joe Catanese. The 3rd, Luca Panici rides. Rounding out the field, number 7, Starship Nala, handled today by jockey Jesus Rios for Starship Stables and Steve Dwoskin and trainer Steve Dwoskin. It's a field of 7 for $55,000. It's the Sunday feature. It's the Opelika. It's next in 4 minutes. The horses, they're out the gate. It's now post time. Lining up, moving in, it's the feature race, the Opalaka. Quality fillies and mares for $55,000. In the line, Don't Get Cozy, joined in by Sonar and Rest of the Story, Streaking Gray. Now, Quinoa Tifa. Waiting for Mary, Quite Contrary, and Starship Nala. Starship Nala, Jesus Rios will take the outside gate. This is the Sunday feature from Hallandale Beach. Mary Quite Contrary is ready. Classy daughter of Capo Bastoni, Starship Nala to complete the line. In the gate. Racing in the Opalaka overnight handicap. From the center, Quinoa Tifa begins quickly and establishes the pace by a length advantage over Streaking Gray, who moves up on her outside second. Rest of the Story is third with Mary Quite Contrary together with Starship Nala. Sonar on the comeback try is second last, and the early trailer is the late running Don't Get Cozy. Pretty easy lead for Edgard Zayas and Quinoa Tifa to the half-mile point. They lead by a length and a half over Streaking Gray in second. Sonar is improving inside of Rest of the Story to claim third. Then Mary Quite Contrary racing together with Starship Nala. Still at the back, Don't Get Cozy. Opening quarter, cozy indeed. 23-2. They're crawling up front. Quinoa Tifa with the tactical advantage. She leads by a length and a half. Streaking Gray is second. Toward the outside, Starship Nala is there third. She got started ahead of Mary Quite Contrary, who's now asked to quicken by Panici. She has to go 5 wide, but she is on a move. They're under the top of the stretch. Still plenty of chances here. Quinoa Tifa with her ears up. It's time to go to work. From the outside, it's Mary Quite Contrary. Rest of the Story and Starship Nala are next. They straighten for the drive. 4 across the course here with an eighth of a mile to go. Rest of the Story from between. Outside, Mary Quite Contrary. Back to third, Quinoa Tifa. Then Starship Nala. She knows where the wire is, this daughter of First Dude. Mary Quite Contrary wins the Opalaka. Quinoa Tifa ran hard to get second ahead of Rest of the Story third. And Starship Nala ran fourth. 123-1. Now returning to the winner's circle, here's the winner of the Opalaka. Here's Mary, quite contrary. Bred in Florida by owner Rodney Lundock and trained by Joe Catanese III. The winning rider is Luca Panici. A 3-year-old bay filly by First Dude out of Mary Kate and Kelly by Mecky. Mary, quite contrary. All she does is win. 123-1. Next up, 11th race. 11th race at 5 furlongs on Tapeta track. Maiden claimers in for $12,500. Scratch the alternates, 13 through 15. David Lopez rides the 4, Minister Quinn. Leonel Reyes rides number 12, Astral Ride. Field of 12 with Win Play Show, Exacta Quinella Trifecta, Superfecta, and Super High Five Possibility. We direct your attention now to the winner's circle, joining the winning connections of Mary Quite Contrary, Vice President of Racing Operations Mike Lakow. Mike Lakow makes the presentation to winning rider Luca Panici, winning trainer Joe Catanese III, and the entire team behind Mary Quite Contrary. Exacta $37.40, Quinella $20.20, Trifecta $39.65. Superfecta good for $194.90, $19.49 for a dime. High five $285.40. That's a dollar high five. Daily double $26.20. The pick three $42.90. Final time for the race, 1:23 and 20 seconds. Sunday finale on Tapeta track. Up next in 23 minutes.
We'll wrap up the weekend here in race 11, 12-5 maiden claimers, 5 furlongs on the Tapeta. I just want to give a shout out to Mary Quay Contrary and her connections. Makes it 4 for 5 in the Opelika. And, you know, she was workmanlike in her other victories. I don't think there's any doubt about it. She was really, really good today. By far her best effort, looping the field wide every step of the way. They didn't go fast early. You've got to give her connections and the horse a lot of credit. Congratulations. So before we get into the 11th, let's take a look at the Rainbow Six situation here. There are no singles. 703 live tickets out there. If you are one of them, best of luck here. And what that means is when we reconvene for a 3-day race week next Friday, 12/25, post $100,000 in that gross jackpot guarantee. So let's figure out who's going to win the finale here. Strong favorite right now in number 7, Rare Jewel, my best bet of the day. And, you know, she kind of fits a profile here. Let's take a look at that graphic from Horse Racing Nation on the trends of where you want to be in these Tapeta sprints. And conversely, in the routes, stalking and closing is okay. No, you better be close early on these Tapeta sprints. And I think Rare Jewel fits that bill. 94% of the Tapeta sprints. And these are the last 99 races that we've run. You're within 4 lengths, you've got a really good chance to win. You're not going to come from behind and win a Tapeta sprint. 6% are closers. 4 lengths are behind early on. So take note of that. Now to Rare Jewel, my best bet of the day. You know, she looks like the best horse anyway, and now we're going to go off the claim for Gilberta Zerpa, and that's line number 2, 26%. Her last 2 are just a lot faster than these 15s on the thoroughgraphs, the Buyers, and the 60, 58, and the favorite, and I'll get to her in a second, she's taking a really sketchy drop. So it's no surprise Rare Jewel is bet strongly right now. They're going to end up going off about co-favorite in here. You're going to think about 8-5, 9-5, 9-5, 2-1 kind of thing. The co-favorites in the double. Rare Jewel a little bit better in the pick 3. So the 3 is going to take a lot of late money. They're going to go co-favorite in here, but I think Rare Jewel's in a great spot in here. Off the claim for just a really, really sharp outfit. Perfectly drawn. Hire me, I'll get her in the race early. My best bet of the day. So number 3, Hell's Kitten. You just have to ask yourself, can she run or not? Because they ran her 3 times in a maiden special weight. And that turf debut was solid. I mean, 3rd, beaten just a half length for Safi Joseph Jr., a Ramsey homebred, daughter of Kitten's Joy. Take her to Colonial. Doesn't run at all. Take her to Kentucky Downs, going a mile. No. She's beaten 3 horses in her last 2 races. And now 3 maiden special weights. She was just 8-1, by the way, in a maiden special weight at Kentucky Downs. Now you can have her for 12-5. It's not a great sign. The one thing I will mention, and I think it's important, he has kept his speed. Son of Kitten's Joy has kept his speed, and that's a big positive. I know he's been tiring badly late. The fact that he's kept his speed is a very, very good thing. Ed Gardzaya says, yes, I'll stick aboard. He's ridden him in his last 2. We'll see what we get from Hell's Kitten. You will not get 7-2. He's going to take a lot of late money in here, like I said, co-favorite. From there, I think the gap is a pretty seismic one. Southern Breeze for me in 3rd. He's run okay for Jose Jimenez. The Tapeta race last time was for a quarter. It was in July, so we haven't seen him in a bit. But it was an okay effort, and I use that term loosely because after the 2 favorites, there's not a lot in here. Number 12, Astral Ride. Lino Reyes is riding here. That race 2 back was solid, but we'll see what we get today because the last time he was out in August wasn't much at all. We're going to ride at 121, by the way, too, so take note of that. The weight allowance is gone here. We got to need a form reversal. It is Rohan Crichton. That is a positive. High percentage barn here. That race 2 back was really, really fast. That race 2 back was faster than anybody has done in here. The question is, can we get to it? One horse I do want to mention, I didn't have in my mix. I'm a little surprised to see him blown out there at 25-1 is the 10 Hearns. He's a maiden special weight dropper, making his first start for Edgar Baya. The other thing, too, is that Hearns has he hasn't run here on an all-weather surface. The 2 times he ran at Presque Isle Downs on the Tapeta, they do have Tapeta up there, those were maiden special weight races, and he was 3rd and he was 4th. They weren't bad efforts at all. Still puts him behind the the main contenders here, like a Rare Jewel, but those were made in special weight races. So just, kind of food for thought. Again, if you're looking to kick up your try or your exacta, spice things up, he's a big number in there, and he's never run at this level on the Tapeta. So we're getting ready to send him out onto the track for the 11. It's going to wrap up a race week. Thank you for everybody for getting involved here. We'll see you back here next Friday, 12:25 on a 9-race card.
Stepping onto the course now for the 11th race. It's the finale here today at Gulfstream Park on Tapeta Track at 5 furlongs. Number 3, Hell's Kitten, the best turned out horse and groom award winner here. David Lopez on 4, Minister Quinn. Leonel Reyes rides number 12, Astral Ride. Win, play, show, exacta, Quinella, trifecta, superfecta, super high five. It's your final race of the week here at Gulfstream Park. It's up next in 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes until post time. Live racing again on Friday afternoon. First race post time Friday is 12:25. The horses are approaching the starting gate. 1 minute. The horses, they're out the gate. It's now post time. Lining up and moving in for race number 11. It brings to a close the Sunday racing festivities. Still a lot of entertainment options for you, though, here at Gulfstream Park, including simulcast action with racing from our sister facility, Santa Anita Park, in sunny Arcadia, California. Pair of 2-to-1 shots in the finale. The 3 Hell's Kitten on the big class drop, and the 7 Rare Jewel. Misael Jaramillo for Gilberto Zerpa. Zerpa already with a training victory today. He won earlier with Man on the Moon. They're working with Minister Quinn. Hearns, Corporate Affair. Southern Breeze. 2 more, Gulfstream and Astral Ride. Astral Ride to take the outside. Field of 12 sprinting 5/8 on the Tapeta track. It is the Sunday finale. Leonel Reyes and Astral Ride, the ones delaying the start. Moves in, gates closed, all set. And runners away. From the inside, Hell's Kitten first to begin from Minister Quinn and Corporate Affair. Away second and third. Bounced around pretty hard was Rare Jewel while trying to angle for racing room. Southern Breeze is on his outside. Astral Ride 3 wide while about 6 lengths behind. A gap of 2 to Baker Block racing together with Ben Rumson, and Hearns is on their outside. It's a gap of 4 to Glory and Victory, who's last of all, followed by Kalimba, who's actually last of all, as they speed around the far turn. Hell's Kitten has the lead by 2.5. Corporate Affair second. Minister Quinn third. Rare Jewel fourth. Astral Ride there fifth. Hearns, White Blinkers giving up a ton of ground. Kalimba tries to rally with Gulfstream and Glory and Victory. They straighten for the drive. Hell's Kitten has the lead by a length and a half. Corporate Affair, Rare Jewel, they're nipping at his heels with 1/8 of a mile remaining. Rare Jewel muscles into the clear and he starts to gain a bit of ground. Final 16th of a mile. Rare Jewel gaining on Hell's Kitten close to home. Here comes the finish. Here comes Rare Jewel. He's in time. Rare Jewel nails Hell's Kitten on the money from third. Corporate Affair, then Glory and Victory at Astral Ride. 7, Rare Jewel first. 3, Hell's Kitten second. 5, Corporate Affair third. 1, Glory and Victory fourth. 12, Astral Ride ran fifth. 7-3, 5-1, 12. Rare Jewel, 57-2. Returning to the winner's circle, 11th race, winner 7, Rare Jewel. Rare Jewel, a 3-year-old Greyer owned, gelding by Race Day out of Garnet Street by Silver Deputy. Bred in Florida by Michael Cook and Paul Seitz. Owned by Elena Racing. Trained by Gilberto Zerpa. The winning rider, Misael Jaramillo. Training double for Gilberto Zerpa. Final time for the 5/8, 57 and 41. 100 seconds. It's official. 7-3, 5-1, 12. While today's 11th race is the final live race of the day, there's still a lot of entertainment options for your enjoyment, including the Silk Simulcast Center featuring all your favorites, racing from Santa Anita Park, closing day at Fresno, racing from Mountaineer, and a whole lot more. Live racing again Friday at 12:25. Price is up here. Exacta good for $28. The Quinella $13.20. Trifecta $65.55. The Superfecta $1,147.20. $114.72 for a dime. I-5 $1,989 even. Daily double numbers, combination 6, 7, $12.80. The pick 3 numbers 4, 6, and 7, good for $18.70. All 4 in the late pick 4, good for $106.55. All 5 in the late pick 5, the numbers were 5, 2, 4, 6, and 7, $253.80, 405, $5.30. In the Rainbow Six, all 6 required, multiple winning tickets sold. The numbers were 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, and 7, $238.92. Carryover $48,426.56. That's a carryover going forward to Friday action with a jackpot pool guarantee on Friday of $100,000. Stick around via the Simulcast Network on the Gulfstream Park Simulcast Network, racing from the Latin American Racing Channel. Today it's from Moroñas, Uruguay. Uruguay racing still to come on the Gulfstream feed tonight. The Gulfstream Park Village is open to serve you for dining, shopping, and entertainment options, as well as the Gulfstream Park Casino and the Trackside Carousel Club. We thank you for making us part of your Sunday plans. We hope you enjoyed your time at the races, and we look forward to the pleasure of your company again soon. When you do leave the track this evening, please do so safely. This has been World Class Thoroughbred Racing.